Get your big head out the camera.
For me? Oh.
Yo.
So we officially live.
We officially live.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yo.
We
back. What up, y'all?
Another episode.
Did a lot. Situation Saturday. What up, bro?
So, hey, before we get started, make sure everybody like, comment, share, follow, subscribe, everything.
Find us on YouTube, _lot_podcast. Today, we chilling today, but we got a special guest, special announcement today.
They not guests. Why you just trying to come for them?
Well, I mean,
Let him have it.
I'm trying to.
Let
me,
My fault.
damn, Joe, let me,
I had y'all back.
These
We
are-
can be guests first. We can be
These
guests
are my
first.
lovely sisters. But I mean, like, introducing y'all to the pod. Like, these are my sisters.
Hey, y'all.
I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
My name is Nay.
I'm Kia.
All right, what's your name? You my brother, though. What's your name?
I was gonna say, fuck me, okay. Just over manifesto, y'all know what it is, man. We still here.
Damn, do we need a tag like that?
Yeah, what's your
Shit,
name?
when y'all come
Tell
up
people
with
where to
it,
follow y'all there. I mean, shit, you know.
Oh yeah, y'all can follow me at Jeanedidthat. That's Jeanedidthat.
Did that.
Y'all can follow me at KiaKillShxt X on the shit and shit. So
Wait, hold on, go back.
Your name a little
Yeah.
violent now that I think about it. It's a little violent.
they flagged my shit and I had to add, so I added the X. So it's KiaKillShxt on Instagram.
That's some gangster ass shit.
Right.
X. Put the emphasis on the X. How is it? too? You gonna take these shots now or
Oh
what?
yeah.
Yeah, let's
Ooh,
take
okay.
our shots now. Let's take them now. Hold on, bro. I have
And don't be paying attention to our cook.
to. What's it? You're good.
They got us drinking Tito's today. This real irregular.
Just 2 times for the
The
no
Tito.
sugar, 0 everything. Right?
Not this free promo.
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh, my bad.
Right, you all
I'm trying to share the damn thing to the thing.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
To the light. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Oh hell,
Good rub of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Tito's is just look. Let me tell you about Tito's. That shit tastes like
People look like no punk.
I can't
Everybody
even get it
down
out.
that shit.
that shit tastes just like real alcohol.
Okay, what's the first lick that got y'all fucked up?
Frost vodka?
Grey Goose.
Savecca.
Savecca.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Savecca.
That's crack water.
Savecca
Dude,
was me.
We used to drink
Crack water.
Savecca like fucking
That shit was $10.
water.
That was $10. That shit gonna get everybody fucked up.
They started adding color to that shit. They got pink lemonade now, lime.
Stomach ache, headache, backache.
Orange.
Waking up wondering why you fucked up still.
Literally.
Like
Same drunk from
I
last.
remember
That shit
like
went down okay.
freezing it. You remember we used to put it in the freezer for like
Yeah.
hours, and that shit used to be like thick. That was the only way I could drink it. Like,
Syrupy as
it
hell.
was syrupy, but that was literally the only way I could drink it. That's the only way I could take shots of it. Cause other than that, I was throwing that shit up.
That's
That
how
shit.
that be the problem right there. You take shots of that cold ass shit, you be cold.
Man.
Don't come back up.
Being fucked up, be feeling so good until like the next day. And it's just like,
No, that
I
night.
ain't ever doing that shit.
Wait, you had hangovers like bad hangovers?
I mean, I don't, but I prefer not to have bad. That's why I like stick to my side. I don't have time for the extra shit. Vodka, not that bad though, cause I had like a cucumber. It was like a cucumber drink, but it was like the effing vodka that come in that little. That shit good as fuck.
That's
That
50
shit not
shit, right?
shit you drink up on the fucking island.
Ain't that 50?
I think that is it.
It was 50. I don't know if you
And
sold it.
the cucumber one is like the most popular one
Yeah.
out there. They
It
got
was
hella
that.
other flavors.
I think it was that and it's like some, I don't know if it was like Sprite, some type of pop in it. And it was the vodka, then it was some lime, and then like a little something. That shit was good. And I don't even fuck the vodka because I was gonna get it traded in for tequila, but I feel like it tastes better with the vodka. Yeah, headaches and shit. Normally when I drink vodka, that shit All that shit be out my hair except tequila. So I was like,
What about you, Marissa? You got bad hangovers?
My hangovers are terrible.
Yeah.
I be feeling like I'm dying the next day. Like, Lord, why did I do that last night?
popping the fucking
Last night, the night before, it be busting, but then in the morning.
You prepared for
But
that?
I feel like the hangovers be kind of good though because it's like once you get that one hangover, depending like if you're on some vacation shit, like I'm drinking every single day. Once you get on that one hangover, the second one don't be as bad. Kind of like
Yeah, that's how I was about to say. Like once I throw
So
up,
you
I'm
still
cool.
want
Like
it is? So you want 2 hangovers 2 days in a row?
yeah,
you
tell you my
mixing
cup
that
down,
shit.
not OT.
I don't know. Yeah, when I'm out of town, I'm drinking all
It's
day.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
from the
drinking
moment
all day.
when I check in my hotel room and I get sitchy, want to buy me a bottle, and from that point on, lunch, breakfast, dinner, I'm enjoying my vacation.
Cereal and Hennessy. What's up?
Hell no.
What's up?
Have y'all ever caught a hangover out of town?
Hell
Plenty
yeah.
of
And like y'all had to like miss
Those
a day or
the
some
worst
shit?
because
Yeah.
then sometimes you gotta miss shit.
Yeah, you talking about yourself, beating yourself up and shit. Like,
Trying to get yourself that pep
Or
talk.
then you trying to-
down.
Trying to get
Too
cute
much.
and shit.
But
Oh
see,
my
you know
God.
what? Father's Day 2 years ago, I didn't even get fucked up. I just got hurt. I was blue as fuck. I'm in a hotel room
Yeah.
by myself. I'm in that bitch talking about myself and all like, but yo, pussy ass, get the fuck up.
I gotta tell the story. That you brought this up.
Hey
We,
man, listen, I bust my ass.
We flew
That's all
out
you want us
we
to
flew
know?
to Miami, right? And we rented these bikes. They got bikes, but they got the electric motor on them.
Mhm.
So you can like go real fast. You can go kind of fast on it, nice little speed. So we got rented the bikes and we was all to drive.
Mhm.
Now, you know, shit, how we ride bikes as kids, we going through all the trap, like all the people and shit, zigging and zagging and shit. So we dip out on some people, adjust the ride, and it's this lady like walking. But this girl was walking. And he was like by the curb right here. So he going, and the girl just doing like this, trying to make it go. All you see is just to get the drag in his leg.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he just-
That was a blue.
I'm talking about, I hit the ground, my leg, I'm this way, my leg behind me type shit. I'm sitting there like this whole time.
Oh.
So now
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, bitch, fuck you.
All right, you didn't ruin the rest of my damn trip.
It had only been this is the second
That was
day.
the second day.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would have been.
Yeah, what?
I had-
We stayed 4 days.
I had a Mustang and everything. I couldn't even drive my own
This
car.
shit was fucked up. But then that ain't the kicker though. So he kept riding after this happened. He kept rolling, right? Now we getting fucked up while we riding the bikes. We pull it, we get to the end of a trail and we waiting and we taking shots. Like we pull up, stop, take a shot, and we get back to riding, right?
Terrible.
So now we get on the trail to go to the beach.
Mhm. It make it funny that you laugh.
We riding the bikes, right? So we going down the path, we coming off the path. So now we turn to go down from the path to the beach and shit. So we going, and everybody make the turn, slow their bike down. Here goes Justin rolling in. He rolls to the motherfucking sand. He couldn't stop. He fell on the same way.
At that point, though. Hey, but at that point, I'm like, man, I ain't getting back on this bitch. You know, like, y'all gotta drive me or something. I couldn't even bend my knee at that point. Like,
Oh,
I'm
man.
sitting there like, these niggas really carried me. We got the bike back. And something had happened where they lost the key or something.
Oh, we had to finesse to do
They
that.
like, hey, we gotta hurry up, get the fuck out of here before they answer that motherfucking key back. So I'm hopping and shit. They like, just you gotta hurry up. Fuck that. I'm in pain. I'm sweating and shit, hard as hell, all this. I'm blue. Whole trip.
Oh my
That
God.
that was
Not the
hilarious.
trip was over with. You just enjoying
He in the
the
hotel room.
I'm in the hotel room just watching TV, leg up.
I'm like, you cool with me, so.
Oh my God. Leg up.
Man.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We straight made it. About the hotel mistake we made.
Oh,
Y'all ever seen the movie Boat Trip? With,
What's it at that?
I don't
with
remember
Cuba
it,
Gooding
but I
Jr.?
think I did
They
see it.
got
I
on-
don't remember
It
it.
was like they were trying to book a trip somewhere. They was just booking a trip. It had all these like crazy festivities.
Yeah,
And then when they got on the boat,
he building it
was
up for y'all right now.
It was
Just
like
tell
it
him.
was a gay
Tell
bar,
it.
like,
Yeah,
that's
tell
the
him.
home- like
Y'all was at the gay hotel?
so. Look, I walked in the hotel, right? So I'm sitting, me and him getting ready to check in. I'm sitting there, right? So I looked and I see that the check-in dude he was gay. I was like, all right, like, all right, cool. Like,
Man,
you got to work here, right? So then, like, the elevator opened and two people walked out and they was gay. I was like, oh, okay, it's, just another gay
Just
couple.
what a coincidence.
Then somebody else walked out, the same thing. So then I get to looking around. I just started paying attention to the hotel. Like I look around. It's a
banger.
It's a big ass poster.
Or this
Dude
nigga in a
in a
speedo.
Speedo.
Like,
Bro, what's going on out here?
bro.
I look like this. I said,
Hey, but they
I said,
got
hey,
that
Justin.
before me, so I'm thinking like, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm like, what you I'm like, come on, man. It's a, and they walking around speedos and shit.
it was
So I'm
like it was free. Like it was.
oh, bro, we got to go.
Yeah.
So
This Father's Day weekend ain't nothing else open. No other hotels.
we went. We kicked it at the bar. It was fun. The stay was fine. It was.
It wasn't-
Ain't nobody
But
bothered.
it took-
ain't nobody
it took-
bothered us,
no,
though.
Did they think y'all was a couple?
no.
Hell no.
No.
This nigga was with a girl at the time. So that just don't.
Okay, hear you. Mm-mm.
Wow, that didn't even cross my mind. I didn't think that. That just fucked me up.
I'm sorry.
That's
It was my
fucked me
first
up.
thought. Like maybe they thought that
No, it was straight. It was.
that was up here.
We got fucked up.
Hey, so question: If y'all ever go to a gay bar and nobody try to talk to you, how does that make you feel?
Great.
I'd be okay because I don't even gotta be in a gay bar. Bitches own it. Like they not like they don't even like now. I feel like now that it's like out there, I feel like girls just think like, okay, well, girl is kind of like normal now because you don't have to necessarily be openly gay to want to pursue nothing with no girl. So it's like I don't really feel, I don't really feel awkward because it's like they done made passes on like regular days or you like that or they're just action and stuff like that. So it's like if nobody come at me, I'd be cool. Yeah, nobody. I'd be.
That's what I was about to say. Shit, I'm in my piece.
Yeah.
No, for
Like,
real.
Man, that's it. Stay on you. Gotta stay over there.
Stay
in my lane, bro.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Everything's
question.
okay.
I like this lane.
So how long y'all been in a relationship now? Well, have y'all been? What's y'all longest relationship?
My longest relationship was 6 years.
6 years.
I was 5.
5. Okay, so like during that period of time, do y'all ever feel like that feel of I'm trying to see what I want to say. Like you want to see if you still got it, but not really like, you know what I'm saying? You know how like when you be in your relationship, you happy, you doing your thing, right? Mm-hmm. But you just want to see if you still got like that magnet type feel. Because sometimes when
you
like,
satisfied, but you're curious.
Yeah, you just want to see if you still kind of got it. Like,
have we ever, like you said, have we ever
like
had
you
that?
felt that? Like, have you felt that?
I feel like me personally, like how I was like growing up, like shit, I talked to a lot of girls, so sometimes like being in a relationship, like I just had that shit. I had that moment where I'd be like, damn, like, do I, in a sense, do I still got it? But I was younger younger days, but like as I'm older, that shit faded. But yeah, early on, I did have it.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely used to have that shit though, so not gonna lie. Especially sometimes that 6 years, sometimes you might get a little bored and shit too. Like I said, I was younger. Shit, you ain't really appreciate the shit that you was in or value it that much. So yeah, I definitely did just see if I still get it type shit.
Still maturing.
Yeah, and then sometimes for guys it be not even just for guys, for girls too, because sometimes you just entertain the shit. Yeah. Not even like it don't even be real. You may not even be attracted to the motherfucker, but you just like shit. It was something to do at the time. I was bored, and you really do be bored. You know, it don't be
No, seriously.
It just be some shit like
I'ma
shit.
just peek your
Somebody can
Yeah.
text right now. I'm just
Right.
Yeah, because I'm literally one of them people like I do everything with you except link.
it's an off thing. That shit. What happened? I thought we supposed to link. Oh, I ain't even got
Like,
to say
I
that.
don't even like you no more. It's like fuck it. Like I don't even really care. But now like that I'm older, I didn't have my little fat shit, but now that I'm older, like I actually feel like that boring shit. Like, you know, you feel like you're bored, but then it's like now I have somebody that makes me like calm. I don't yell because I'm so used to being like turned up and always on go. But now I see like it's not necessarily boredom, it's just healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ain't always on go. You know how some people be like, I don't want to pick an argument because I want to see, you know what I'm saying, the motherfucker gonna argue with me back. But it's just really just like you really like sit in and you take like your toxic ways and you be like, no, this shit just really just like this what healthy. This what a healthy relationship feel like. Like we vibe, we do our own thing, we do nothing but together. We sit in the same space, we sit in silence and shit like that. Like that's just what healthiness feel like. We communicate like adults. That's just what a healthy relationship is. It don't have nothing to do with like, oh damn, like it's just boring. But some people don't like get that, and I think that's where a lot of people like fall deep into feeling like they need somebody else or start going off into other relationships because they feel like, oh, we're not doing anything. We dating, we talking, we having sex, we going out, we still dating each other. Then it's like people with kids, we dealing with the kids, so it's like we doing what the fuck adults supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be yelling and disrespecting each other and shit like that. And it took me until like currently at this big age to feel like, no, it ain't really that. It's just not shit going on. It's just that it's healthy. So
yeah, I feel like our generation thinks it's something wrong if ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like you must be doing something else or your attention must be somewhere else. But really it's like this is how shit's supposed to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You supposed to be happy with your partner. Like you supposed to just live a life of like shit being like just copacetic. Like everything's just flowing how it's supposed to organically. Like that's what the fuck you want. You don't want to be dealing with no. I feel like when we was younger, we would think you kind of want a little chaos in your relationship, but it's like no. Every other thing in this world bring me chaos. Like I'd rather my safe space not be chaotic.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
And nobody really has time for this. Like we at this big ass age, we got responsibilities, we got jobs giving us hell.
Hello.
Kids here and there, like shit, and then it just be like your own little personal shit that you have to deal with on your own. Where you really be fighting your own fucking demons that you really can't explain nobody but you and God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the last thing I need is a nigga just getting on my motherfucking nerves. So it's like, and I'm one of them people like I have a zero tolerance. Like I'm real strict. It's just like none of that over here. I can't because I'm one of them people that's like okay with my own space, my own time. I can be alone, unlike a lot of people. I can be by myself. So it's like if you're not here and you're not seeing your ass down, it's like I can't really rock with you like that.
Do you feel like being by yourself, you learn more about yourself? And like, is that like your like a lot of some people? Is it your healing time?
You know what? Speaking of healing, I don't really think I ever healed alone. I mean, it's probably not really good, but I feel like I'm kind of like cool with being alone to where I know if I shouldn't be dating while I'm healed type shit. But I honestly don't think like being by myself, I kind of get a lot of alone time. But like I get that anyway. Like relationship, I'm gonna take my time to myself. If I feel like the relationship is overbearing and it's not doing anything, then I'm not even gonna rock with it because I do like I'm a loner, so I really do need like my own little space, my own little everything. It's like if it's not like that, it's gonna be complicated. And it's like I'm not gonna really feel you in a relationship and shit like that because I love myself when I let anybody.
So yeah, I think for me, I grew up an only child, so for me, like when I'm healing and shit like that, I isolate myself. Period. Like I gotta go be by myself. I'll be quick to go. I go to the movie by myself. I go sit down and eat by myself. All that I enjoy my own company. It's because I know, especially if I get into a little mood or some shit like that, anybody gonna let me down if I'm only dependent on myself at that particular time. So shit for me, like I definitely agree with that shit. I have to isolate myself, let me heal on my own, then I can go be around people and shit like that. Until I get me right, Okay, like this.
I feel the same way because I go by like you can't make nobody else happy if you ain't happy. So if like I'm sitting here moping fucked up, my shit gonna rub off on everybody around me and shit like that. So I don't even want that to be out there in the world anyway. I'm gonna make sure I'm solid mentally, and then like it took me to like stop talking to girls for a while. Like I'm just like, no, you know what, fuck this. I ain't gonna be I'm no dates. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just gonna focus on getting my shit together, take care of me, and I'm gonna put some more time into my kids. And then like once I felt healthy enough to do it, all right, now I'm gonna go out and like experience it. But that shit
So when do you know, like what's that feeling like? Not saying it's like an actual definition or anything like, but when do you know like, okay, I'm ready?
It took me like 3 months, but it was just like shit. Not being out after a while, like seeing or like sometimes seeing my old self, like me being out, like damn, I was out doing this. I need to go do this again. Or somebody even give you that reminder, like damn, Joe, you ain't been outside in a minute. Then you have to really sit back and self-reflect, like damn, my show been locked in for a minute. All right, let me go on and like reward myself in a sense, like just relax myself. And then that just be my time when I'm out. Like I mean, shit, I got kids. You know how they say the single moms when they out there do their thing. I was a single dad at point in time, so I had to, shit. I had to utilize my time. Shit.
No, utilize
it. Utilize it.
Like as far as like healing with me, like when I just said like I never really felt like I healed alone because it's like I get out of a relationship. I don't know because I don't feel like I don't really count everything as a relationship, but like I stop talking to somebody or whatever like that. Like dudes is so easy, they just come. Like you can be by yourself. Hey, can I talk to you? Well, I ain't really vibing with talking to nobody right now. I'll take your number, and it's like they want to go. Let's go out on a date. And it's like I wasn't really trying to do that, but I feel like I don't think I ever really healed alone before. Like I went through a bad little. I ain't even gonna say a bad breakup. I wouldn't even beat up or nothing, but like it was like fucked up. And I started talking to somebody, and then it's like, okay, I'm somebody that like keep it 1,000 soon for me. Hey, I just got a breakup. I just want to vibe. I just want to cool. But niggas start vibing, and they love to hear. So it's like, I be vibing for a little minute or whatever like that. But I honestly feel like my current relationship kind of just like really, it's like he healed with me. It's just like everything was so gentle. It wasn't yelling. It wasn't everything. So it's like in a time of me healing on my own, I still kind of feel like he kind of knew like, I don't think that this is going to be 100%, but I'm going to enjoy the time while I'm here type shit. So it was like, even though I was kind of healing with him, I didn't really feel him as like a distraction. Like I didn't feel like I had to be like alone. Like he gave me my space. He didn't like pressure me like, okay, so it's been 6 months and I've been taking you out. So you know what I'm saying? Like, are we doing anything? Like it wasn't really no pressure. It was kind of like, whenever you ready, I'm ready, or whatever the case may be. So it's like, I don't really feel, and I only say now because I feel like I actually feel my emotions as an adult more than back then, because then it wasn't really shit to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I let it go, whatever, I talk to you, whatever. If we don't work out, that's fine. But now I feel like now that I'm older, I'm dating for the future, who I want my man, who I want my baby daddy to be, who I want my husband to be, shit like that. So now I kind of, not that I didn't take it serious, but now I kind of like really put my emotions on that. Because I used to be on froze. Like, if it's not working out, I just leave. I don't even let myself catch feelings.
So I was gonna ask you, what you feel like the turning point was of that? Like, what was the moment that made you like decide to just, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take my relationship more serious?
I think it was like that. It was something that he said that kind of like stuck with me. And he said something like, what is that? This is supposed to be something memorable, but I cannot remember. But it was something that he said that it's like, okay, so like, everybody believe in God, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's like, like when you have your conversation with God, right? And you kind of give him like, you tell him something, and you give him like a sign or something, and it's like that sign come through somebody else. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like one of those type of things. And I was just like, am I tweaking or is it like,
where you come from?
Yeah. And they kind of like threw me off a little bit because I be trying not to be so spiritual, but you can't. Sometimes you can't help it. And then it was like at a point my mama like really really liked them and like nobody had it. I ain't gonna say she don't like nobody. She tolerate people, but she ain't really like, oh hey, you know what I'm saying? She don't really too much cool, but she say I don't really, you know, I came with like the street boys and I got a nigga with a job type shit. So it's like total difference. So it's like that was another thing. And then it was just like his aura, just you know how somebody just makes you want to be calm. It's just like nigga, what you gonna have? And I think at that point it was kind of like, yeah, I think this might be it. Like I might be cool. And then everything else just like, even though it was good on paper, because you know some people be good on paper, and then it's like outside of the paper, it's kind of like it's boring. It was kind of like cool, you know what I'm saying? So that's really kind of like.
What about you?
I want to go back to the healing question, because I think that it's good to heal by yourself, but you still like your healing process doesn't complete itself until you meet your next person for real. Mm-hmm. And I say that because like just from my example personally, I was in a relationship with a dude. It was so traumatic. Like it was just the whole relationship was trash, like head to toe. Should have seen it coming like bad. And I think when I kind of like got over it, I was in this stage of like, oh, okay, I'm single, so like I'm gonna do what I want. And in that healing process, I feel like I learned like what I do like, what I don't like, what I might deal with. It's like, hell no, that's a non-negotiable. I ain't doing that shit. Mm-hmm. And it was like, okay, cool. Like I'm in this state, like I feel good being single. I like to date, do what I want, move how I want. I love that shit. But then it was like when I found my person, I realized I wasn't necessarily healed because all of that trauma or that negative experience I had in that last relationship, it kind of got unintentionally pinned on the next person. Mm-hmm. It's like I know what a nigga is capable of, so now you gotta feel the reaction of the bad shit I experienced, which means I'm not really healed. Because I'm still worried about that old shit.
Yes. Because if you don't know until you put in that situation.
Right. And that's like, oh shit, it's making me feel. Exactly. It's very triggering. And I feel like working with that person, breaking down them walls that was like, I'm nervous about this. I experienced this, so now I'm kind of like hesitant. Like going through that is when you realize like, excuse me, I'm really healed from it because I don't even think about it no more. Like that's when you know, like you really completed, in my opinion, you know, you really completed that healing process. Like I could let all these walls down, all the shit that used to scare me, have me worried. I see you move a certain way, so I'm having second thoughts. That don't even got to be a thought no more, because I'm healed from that other shit. I know you're nothing like what I've experienced before, so shit, I'm good.
That was me and trust issues.
Yes,
like being a dude that like sometimes like I used to talk to girls that had boyfriends. They would just A-okay with it. You feel me? Like not a thought about it. So like when I getting into a relationship again, I'm looking like, damn, like you real nice, but you could be just like that.
I was just tracking somebody.
She was real, and she was real nice. Like,
exactly. She was great.
Nice, and she nice to him, like, you know. But like that was one of the things that trust issues rubbed off on me. That was something I had to heal from. Like not being like, not pinning that, like you say, pinning, like not being like, oh, you're gonna do the same thing, and just seeing and taking the actions for what they are.
All right, so I got a question when it comes to emotional awareness or intelligence, when it comes to your partner saying how they feel emotionally when it comes to you. Like it's a flaw that you may have, but it's, you know, you willing to change it. But when they come to you about it, you just immediately start getting defensive. But you want to keep having a, you know, open relationship when it comes to y'all emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it has been right.
So you saying like if my partner brings something to me that they have a problem with or they want me to change, and I get defensive about it, how do we move forward knowing that I've been defensive previously?
Knowing you've been defensive previously, and you also told your partner, like, I want you to be open and honest with me about, you know, certain situations. such as this, but you don't know how to take it. But you want him to continue to be open.
Oh, okay. So it's two sides. One, I definitely have to shoot each other. Y'all gotta hold each other accountable in everything. So even if my man notices I'm getting defensive, he can bring that to me like, oh babe, we said that we were gonna have these conversations. We said we was gonna do this, but how I feel is like it's going a little left, or maybe you're not receiving what I'm saying the right way.
Okay.
The second thing, which kind of ties into that, is his delivery. Because I feel like sometimes men don't understand the level of sensitivity sometimes. You could be telling me, like, I don't like the way you put the bed, like, I don't like the way you make the bed in the morning. I don't like it. But it's like, if you deliver it like, you make the bed bogus as hell, bed dirty, pillows not fluff. What is that? That ain't no crease or no corn, that's sloppy.
Like, who taught you?
Who taught you how to make a motherfucking bed? I know your mama ain't teach you that. Like, oh, yeah. Or you could be like, hey, babe, I think it's real nice when, like, you fluff the pillows. Or, like, when you really tighten that sheet, like, make it real tight, make it crisp. I like that. Can you keep doing that? The delivery was so different. You ain't necessarily come out like, I ain't like that shit. But it's like, ooh, I noticed that you did this before. Can you do that again? Like, I like that. Don't put the negative on me. Make it like a positive, but it's like, it'll be even better if you did this. It's good, but it'll be great if you did this.
Stroking. Okay.
Right, we like to tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm
and
that girl.
And that's the thing. I don't even necessarily think it's, I don't even think, like, because I don't need my ego stroke. I don't want to sound so, like, but, like,
don't come down on me
like
you're coming for me.
You don't have to talk down on me because I'm real, so you can get wild and I'm going to get wilder, and then now we're like thick.
You gave me 10 and I gave you 100.
Exactly. So it's just like,
my delivery sucks sometimes.
Man,
sometimes I have to no, but I do, and like I say it, and then I stop myself and like, you know what, my bad, that didn't sound right.
Yeah.
And then I say it again because there's something like, I don't know, I be just shit. I get to you in the raw sometimes. That's just me. Shit, like sometimes I might just say it in raw. I don't necessarily mean it in a bad way. It's just like how I say it. It's how I talk.
I'll probably be the same way though, because like sometimes with me, if I know it's some shit that I know my emotions tied to, I'm definitely probably gonna say the wrong shit. So I might need a couple days to get my words together, so I don't say the wrong shit.
But see, if somebody telling you that right spot on, and you have to answer, then
see, that's difficult right there. Because like I said, my emotions tied in, I might fuck around and say some stupid shit.
Yeah, that's something I've learned to stop doing. Like, oh, like when I'm mad, like in that moment, I be like, you know what? I said I'm gonna come back and record this conversation. I can't talk right now. I like calm myself down. Like, no, I can't talk right now.
That's for sure how we do. Like, my man will make it be very clear. Like, if I say something right now, like, our conversation will go left. So just, I need a second. Or I be like, nah, my attitude bad. I'll be back. But I think we've gone to couples therapy since before we got engaged. And I feel like that low-key helped us a lot. Because before it was like, I'm talking to you, like, ain't no come back and talk. We gonna talk right now because I'm talking to you. But sometimes you realize like it ain't worth that. Nerves being bad attitude, like it don't be worth it.
Well, I got another question for y'all. Do y'all go to sleep mad at y'all partners?
No.
Yeah, I agree. Y'all anything like, we get into it, we gotta fix it.
And then like back to what y'all was saying, like I feel like it's more me than him. So I'm the person with like the bad delivery sometimes, and I'm that. But I'm real apologetic. You know what I'm saying? So like if I feel like that, and I feel like I go off or whatever like that, I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have said. I said what the fuck I said.
Right.
I meant to say it like that. I probably shouldn't have said it like that though. So it's like, you know, but yeah.
Hey, so what was it like? What was it like when the first time y'all fought around y'all party?
You know what? What's crazy? It's been like almost 5 years. I still have it.
Oh, you gonna catch a brain aneurysm? Stop playing. You better stop playing.
I hate that.
Break that shit out.
I have a belief that the girls don't do that.
Wait, when you pass gas, where you go?
I leave out.
So you be like
every time.
You be like, hold on, I'll be right back.
I leave out.
I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah.
You make up something before you go.
I leave out every time.
Damn, so he fought around you?
Yeah, he have a few times.
Few times? Oh shit. You?
Yeah, but
I'll go farther out my partner. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not obnoxious with it.
okay, so
Like I'm not
just me.
obnoxious. Understand? I'm a lady. But when it first started happening, I had to tell him like, I just want you to know, I can't keep holding it in. Like it hurt. He was like, "What hurt?" And I was like, like, my bad. And he's like, "What the fuck?"
You gonna smell this a little bit.
Like, I don't know. I also have like stomach shit. Like my stomach be hurting. And I feel like if I hold it in, that's gonna make it hurt even worse.
So just the way.
But again, I ain't just walking around this bitch like
So like, how long y'all been together?
officially or like unofficially.
Unofficially.
6 years.
Okay, so what was the first time that you?
Oh, not until like maybe
What year?
3 years ago.
3? Damn.
Yeah, I did go. Okay, but
Shit.
that was because we started living together too. Yeah, we've been living together.
Before she moved in.
I just feel like it's okay for dudes. Like, I don't be bothered on the dude tip. As long as y'all not loud.
We on socks. Come on.
So,
I forgot what
close the door. What out? Get out, screw
Y'all, this is my nephew. He live. Okay, bye. You gotta go.
Peace.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Yeah, because I'm messing up. I'm messing up our
We on live and stuff. What you just said?
Yeah, I just feel like dudes.
Yeah. I be passing gas and shit.
Yeah, shit. If I got a shit too. Look, listen. Watch out.
Are you gonna tell her?
What?
I do too. I mean,
Now
I
that right there, that's the shit I don't give a fuck about.
You.
And that's, I know that's like.
So you guys go backwards as fuck.
No, I know, but it's different if you just sitting there.
It's
It's
a
like,
lingering gas.
Nah,
that
it
there's
is.
weird, but
You blow
as
your own
far as
self
that,
Yeah.
I would do that in front of anybody.
You blow your own stuff with me.
I'm
Fart. That's
sorry.
what it is. She don't
Because that's one thing I'm not bottling up. I'll go purple with a gas, but any shit,
yeah, I gotta go.
Purple.
it's out.
No. That's
It's out.
loud.
I'm not
Say the
missing
mood
out.
busters ain't that strong. I ain't
I
on
ain't
that.
missing no bowel movement. The older you get, you need to shit.
That's right. The older you get, you need shit.
If you ain't shit, get some shit. It's cracked up in your colon system. I'm not missing no shit.
On me, I feel the same way. Because
No.
at a certain age, they gotta go crazy with us. And I ain't getting shit stuck up me. I ain't
Oh,
going.
no.
You ain't pushing
Yeah,
up
no.
my booty. Fuck that.
Hey,
That shit over with. That shit over.
My-
with. I
my
got
supervisor-
this shit happen too.
my supervisor working, he said, "Man, Joe, he said you go to the bathroom a lot." I said, "Hey, I'm tell you now, I shit a lot, man. Like when
That's
I eat,
good, though.
like when I eat, I use the bathroom, bro. Like I'm a human. Like,
I tell you.
like he's like, man, you use the bathroom. I'm like, when I gotta go to the
That means
bathroom,
shit
sir, I'm
function.
going to the
Right,
bathroom.
that mean my shit working right. Kids gonna get your tested.
Seriously.
Funny as hell.
Hey, matter of fact, look, quick ad break. Hey, shout out to 616, my boy Fly Gotti and Chartesia T Love. Shout out to them.
Evolve 616.
Evolve and the 616. Tap in, love the Slay Boutique. Tap in with them.
Underscore love the slave boutique.
Y'all trying to say it again because
Underscore
love to Slay Boutique. Love to Slay Boutique.
Is
That's
that,
number 2.
was that the last episode y'all had?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
She was last episode. Yeah.
Okay, friend.
Y'all trying to take another shot?
Yeah, we
Shoot,
take
come
one.
on.
That's-
Shot. Y'all, my knees be like. I think I need to get
That shit
tall.
cracking.
Yeah, I gotta get taller couches for this one. My shit look too long for this.
I'm scared.
Give me a peach. I ain't take a shot there last time.
Now they shot the last time. These little ass shot glasses. Look, y'all. These
Listen to that
glasses.
motherfucker.
Little
Right,
as
listen.
hell.
Sound like
You
it's
hear that
I still can't believe that the Tito's.
Hey man, this was a day I was being real cheap. And
Straight
I
Tito.
don't even know how long this motherfucker been in the backs.
Since we barbecued that day.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
3 weeks
But
ago.
y'all, but like you feel something, but it don't make you feel funny.
What, Tito's?
This is the most consistent consistent I ever had Tito's. I had Tito's earlier and now.
I just don't fuck with vodka like that. Like I just
But
had.
that's not that bad compared to every other vodka.
I had
This rubbing alcohol.
Where did I go? For my birthday, we went to Texas Roadhouse, and I had no, not Texas Roadhouse. We went to Texas Roadhouse for my birthday, but we went to Red Lobster.
Jason out there late
Right.
Huh? Yeah.
Sit that motherfucker out 3 hours before.
Hey family, sorry it's late.
We couldn't decide what
We
we
were
was doing.
juggling the baby.
Everything been crazy.
This
We
smell
went
like
to
it hurt.
we went to Red Lobsters, and I got Absolute in my Long Island, and that shit tasted horrible.
Absolutely.
All I tasted was the
In your
Absolute.
Long Island, I thought
They
they put
made it.
everything
They
but
put
Absolute
right.
in there.
They put out like at Red Lobsters, they make a different one. They got Absolute in there, and that shit is horrible. I don't like I have to have tequila in my shit.
This one for the bad bitches.
Bad bitches, married bitches, proposed bitches.
And the real fathers and the
Man.
real niggas out there.
Yeah.
Salute to
Shout out to
y'all.
y'all too. They sure hurt.
Woo! Damn, the Lakers lost again. He said, let's talk about the Lakers down 3-0.
Who said that?
Hey,
Hey,
Well, I did
let's
look.
talk about the Lakers down 3-0. They weren't supposed to beat Curry and them. That was some shit.
well, you said they weren't supposed to be
I
there.
don't know.
You
No,
heard
they
what
was-
she said.
they was
They
the better
offered
basketball
people
team.
money.
They weren't supposed to beat them.
They was the better basketball team at the time.
But guess what?
The Lakers were.
3-0, that's some bullshit.
I don't know if I
Hey,
agree
them
with that.
were
Oh,
cold.
you know what was crazy?
Joker
I don't
need
really
his
care.
ring.
I really want Butler to get a ring.
Jimmy
I
Butler.
want Joker to get
I wouldn't
a
be
ring.
mad if Jimmy Butler got his shit.
No.
I like Jamal
Tell him
Murray.
Jason to sit down.
Jamal Murray, nasty. That motherfucker crazy. He big
Yeah.
as hell. He had 24.
I just
He was
want somebody
12 or
to get
15.
that field. It don't really
The
matter.
Nuggets.
Well,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
the Nuggets too.
That's what I want
None
to
against
get.
them. I'm just saying, I mean, like, Butler just giving me Chicago vibes. You know,
And he be
Chicago
talking shit.
thing.
Williams was talking shit to
He
him
funny as
yesterday.
hell.
But
He
I'll be
was
cool
there
if
with
the
the
Nuggets get it too, because that's a whole new
Two
slate, a
fucking
whole new everything.
Yes.
I'll be cool.
You ain't
with
even been
that.
watching the finals, have
I have. I was just in some other shit.
you?
Shit, I actually just bought the YouTube TV for that shit too.
Yes, we got you too.
It's on regular TV though.
I don't get
No,
cable.
all of them, the game today was on ESPN.
Yeah, a couple ESPN. That's
I don't.
Oh,
What ain't regular TV?
I got
That's
it.
cable.
People don't have
Internet,
cable no
that's
more.
it. I don't-
That's right. Ain't that
Everybody
crazy?
streams.
Isn't that crazy how don't nobody have cable no more?
Dead ass. We
Yeah,
got
that's
Hulu.
You
We
don't
got
get that
Hulu.
shit.
Yeah, I got all that shit.
We got
First,
every fucking
Prime.
app you could think of.
Same here.
Peacock, Paramount Plus.
But wait,
I ain't got Paramount.
So-
I ain't got that
Lifetime.
like $8.99.
so look, with having that, would y'all might as well just have fucking cable?
No.
No,
Because
hell
you
no.
have all the same
Because
stuff.
you get tens. You all that shit add up, and then like different shit stream different
It's still
places.
cheap.
Okay,
than
yeah,
the
that's
damn
right.
bill.
I do see that. You can watch
And
it
then
and
you
shit.
know the motherfucking cable would be like $190 a month. Like that's fucking
AT&T like
insane.
motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
And on top of
For
that, you
real.
know, extra premiums that you want, like if you want them movie channels, that's extra money. When I can
Yeah,
just
yeah.
pay $8.99 a month for Stars.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
it.
use Stars for nothing but power and
Cancel
anything
that bitch
50
every
Some
time.
good ass fucking movies be coming up on Stars though.
Stars, yeah, they start you.
Y'all watch Tubi be having that
You
shit.
got them.
I ain't
You
watching.
got
I
them.
be watching
No,
some
it's
of the
not.
movies.
No, see, this is the thing. Everybody think it's just that shit from Detroit.
That was
Fucking
good though.
Tubi have fucking everything. They got all the break. As of today, they have Jeepers Creepers 1, 2. Don't Breathe. I'm just going off the top of my head. Illegal Tender. All the Bring It On movies. All the
Tubi is
Shafts.
good.
It's not. It's literally like
Is it
a
free?
lot. It's free as
I'm
fuck.
going to two because I fuck with
It's
Bring
free
It
as
On.
fuck.
I be Spirit Finger. It's that. That shit was funny as hell.
No, but like
No,
it be
it's not
movies.
Spirit
No, but it be like old movies on there. It be a lot of fucking movies on there. Like, oh, I'm trying to see Major Pain. I don't watch Major Pain like
I ain't
3
seen that
times.
shit so fucking
I be
long.
watching
It be
Who's
like
trying to
different
sit and watch
series.
old people movies?
No, it's
I'm not
it be
watching
new
Major
people.
Pain.
Yo,
The
Major
Judas
Pain was
movie.
funny.
I don't want to watch it.
Look,
The
I just
Judas movie, the Judas and Messiah shit. What the fuck is it
Judah
called?
and the Messiah.
That shit up on it. Like it's a lot of.
So, you
just
say you
go
wanna watch-
on
It's
there.
on
You want to watch
HBO too.
old movies.
I'm just
but, like,
saying, don't like that's
all
free
old
though.
movies
You
is
gotta pay for
classic.
HBO.
Movies look better.
Just
but,
go on
like,
there.
Yeah, when movies are like too old, I get stuck on
It's-
like the cinema work behind it. Like,
yeah, because now you live
These
through that
effects
generation
is
of the
ass.
transition of it. Yeah,
like you just punched him and
What's
you barely
old?
punched him.
I like all the So like, think about how we used to watch movies coming up and how movies look now.
Okay, so what's considered old that you just can't?
Probably like anything 2000s or
Because
the
I watch the
90s
fuck out
is
of
old.
old movies.
Like,
I watch that shit every
they
day.
good. Don't get me wrong. They still good. I still watch them.
They have better storylines and stuff, but the graphics
look way better now. And fighting movies,
everything. Think Like a Man. I don't know what the fuck they did to that movie, but that fucking movie is so fucking crispy. You could just watch that shit just because.
But that was the transition, like cameras and shit.
Yeah,
that's when all that shit started coming out.
Like, that movie is fucking blast. I love it.
ITV, I feel like the older TV shows are better than they are today.
Oh yes,
the TV shows that we had coming up was way better than the TV shows that kids had.
Power universe.
No,
you talking about kids stuff.
But not even like, I mean, TV shows then, we had scripts like that. The Wire
was good, but I mean, they didn't give you every single season good because season 2 was good.
No, it was slow as hell.
Exactly.
It was super slow.
I didn't get a slow season of Power though.
Yeah, I agree on that.
A Power what? The original?
The original season 4 was slow.
Either one. I like the spinoff with Tariq. I like every single season, and I like the original Power with Ghost.
One of those seasons was slow.
I think it was.
I don't remember which one, but it was slow as fuck.
I don't know. It had me tuned in every Sunday.
The spinoff is like it's cool, but it's like I really really like it, but I just feel like the success only came like it wouldn't have survived on its own. I just said that.
They dragging it out the story.
Yeah, I feel like that it wouldn't survive.
They dragging it out. They make it seem like Ghost to me. I feel like Ghost damn that really ain't even dead.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people been saying.
But they said for the right price he'd come back. He said for the right price.
That's what it is.
Better be better.
They let that door open.
Fuck that. The Fast and Furious. Since we talk about movies, them motherfuckers. Everybody coming back from the dead except Paul.
And that motherfucker got superpowers.
Coming back from
they brought
that shit is a Marvel series.
They asked the Avengers.
Yes,
they be jumping through the air, grabbing each other, multiplying heavy strength.
And then you know the ending, that little clip that you get at the end. They got the little clips at the end.
Yeah, they
definitely
did.
I just saw that shit yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was better than that.
I heard now it's sure.
Way better.
That's the one
with
with John Cena, right?
Yeah.
Now it's John Cena.
Yeah. It was way better than that, but it was unnecessarily long. It was a tad like the joke was a little bit corny. But
what up, Toya?
Cool. Okay, so coping mechanisms. Like as far as like how do you like cope with like I ain't even gonna say like a bad day, but like when you like bad day. Okay. No, but I what made me bring this up is because like watching old things and like because movies bring me back to a place where I was when I was watching. So like I watch like a lot of Disney Plus. I watch like a lot of like like shit that we was when we was kids when life was great type shit. And I feel like I use it as a coping mechanism, but I kind of like recently found that out like maybe like 5-6 months ago. Like damn, I like watch a lot of old shit and I wonder why, but it put me in like a really happy space. Like old movies, songs, like when you listen to certain songs, it puts you in a certain type of space, or when you like out certain places. So like, what are y'all like coping mechanisms to like they like turn your mental down, put you in a good mental space?
Gaming. I can play the game. I can zone out, make me feel like a kid, like when I was fucking 16 and I ain't got a care in the world. And I'm just down here and I'm just like, I might yell at the game, but me yelling is just me getting it ain't even like me being mad. I'm just me enjoying it. Like it's me getting that shit out. So like gaming and getting shit now, it's just being dad, like just being around the boys. Like seeing the boys, if I'm having a bad day, I see them and one of them do some shit that make me smile. So I'll be like, all right, it ain't that bad. I'll be all right. I'll be cool.
Man, for me, it's a few different things though, for real. It could be simple as going to the gym. Going to the gym, that should be therapy for me. Or a day in the house, just watching movies all day. Like you said, just watching old shit. Like, I kind of feel that though. Definitely, because I definitely put on Disney Plus and throw a old ass Disney movie on my son or some shit. I'll be more interested in his ass. Why? Who knows? But and then another one, that's really it. Just spending time with my sons, like you saying, like just simple and shit. We can be kicking with the dogs and shit. Well, yeah, really, the dogs. My son and the dogs. Like I'll be out there trying to do some new training shit, but next you know I'm out there 2 hours, don't even know it type shit. So
Yeah.
that's probably something.
I would definitely say mine is writing. I write
I
about
love
short
that too.
stories, blogs. I love to write. Sometimes I write about like absolutely nothing, but I feel like if you get all your thoughts out on paper, it's like just I don't know, it's like physically just leaving my mind and going somewhere else.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Writing.
What's
I
up
love
to
writing. I can literally sit and watch like 10 pages, college rule, front and back about whatever the fuck on my mind at the time or something I care about or whatever it may be. Like because I feel like it kind of put like the little steam on it where you don't really talk, but it's like you ever be in that time when you be cussing up out on the text and you just go. Like you can't get the words out, but you can get the. That's how fucking writing feels. It's like a rush a little bit. And you just say a lot of things. So.
What's your favorite thing to write about?
I love writing short stories. I always say like about things that have happened to me. I like writing short stories, period. Like whether it's fiction or something that actually happened.
Okay.
Like I had a blog that I was doing for a couple of years. It was about, I hope my man don't see this, but it was about my sexcapades, like crazy stories that I've just experienced, like just crazy sex stories. And I had wrote a blog. You had
Is they like just in your mind?
No, I wrote this in a blog.
Okay.
Like, and I let people read it, but you had to have a password to get on my blog.
Okay.
And my shit was busting. Like people would really like read it and then come back and be like, "Damn, yo, that's funny," or like, "This is so relatable." Because I would try to like make it funny, but put a lesson behind it too. Because somebody gonna read it, so it's like.
Give us one of the blogs.
Right, I was about to say you got to enlighten us now.
Give us a blog story.
We gotta do that on another show. Oh my god, we gotta do that on another show because I would have to go through it and tell
y'all. Tell us. Everybody gives one embarrassing moment during sex. I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I called a Charlie horse in my leg, a cramp. I'm talking about a real cramp in the back of my thigh, the hamstring. I caught that motherfucker trying to do some acrobatic ass shit, man. I couldn't even put my drawers back on type shit. You sure you can't even bend your legs? My shit is stiff. See, I couldn't even bend that motherfucker. I'm scared to even bend that motherfucker. Probably about some embarrassing one.
Oh, I can't really think of one, but I can tell y'all one that pissed me off. Let me tell y'all. Because I've been meaning to get this out.
Somebody got to hear this shit.
Okay, so you know how it's like, okay, well, y'all probably don't know because y'all like men, but Marissa, it's like that time when you're talking to somebody, right? And y'all talking, y'all vibing, y'all been talking for so long, but like sex has never been like in play. And you kind of feel like, okay, it's been X amount of time. I probably should just, you know what I'm saying, just go for it. Because I feel like you've been patient. Let me just go ahead. Fucking word of advice, if you go 10 years, go 20. Don't ever, never. If you go longer than probably a year, if you make somebody wait, keep letting their ass wait. Do not like fold unless it's probably like a year or something like that. But anyways, it had been a long time. Like it had been a long time. And I'm just like, it was a long time. I can't say the years because I don't know why you ain't wrapping up.
Don't get to doing all that.
It was just a long ass time. Like it was a long time to where a motherfucker probably have been like on your ass, like, bro, but you gonna fuck them up. Like, but it was a long time. And we finally like got to that point. And I kind of was just like, you know what? I'm in the mood. I'm like, he's real nice. You know what I'm saying? He's not thirsty and shit like that. So I'm like, you know what? I feel like I ain't gonna say he deserved it, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not? You know, it's been long, it's been a while. He got there. The moment was cool. I kid you fucking not. This is what happened. So the vibe is going well or whatever like that. We kind of get in mode. And then this is so weird because my brother right here, but like it was just like
I'm trying to think like, yo, what the fuck?
Like literally, it was like it like started and then it stopped, right? And so I'm like, and in back of my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, so if it go quick, you kind of just like, toss some shit around. You kind of like, just make it, just kind of like drag it out in your own little special way, right? Nah, this motherfucker go to the kitchen, go get some water. Woo, and then hit some water. What you tired from? So I'm drinking the water. I'm going along with it because it's like I don't want to put up the vibe because I don't know if something's gonna start after this or
Like
whatever. You know
appetizer.
what I'm saying? Like, we can ask for water, whatever like that. This motherfucker literally, alright, and like just gently like went to sleep. That shit was the I literally haven't seen him since. That's how
Wait,
fucked
so
up
like
it
how
was.
you say fast? Like,
It was like, okay, so it was like the start of the moment, like we get in the groove, and then it was like boom, boom, boom. And then that was it. I kid you not, on my entire fucking life. It had to be literally three of the slowest strokes I ever fucking witnessed in my fucking life. And I'm not even being up on like sex stories, but that's one of the ones that really got me up because it's like, bro, you had X amount of years.
You took all this motherfucking
This shit's supposed to be the moment of your fucking life.
He in the Olympics.
And it was just like, what are we doing?
Said, nigga, what you
So I felt like I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I wasn't even gonna say nothing.
you probably ain't had that a long time though.
That could be it. But what I'm saying, but my thing here is, I feel like you got to redeem yourself. If it's like that,
I'm saying something right there.
I respect the
Where the fuck you
man.
going? Come on.
I respect the man that makes sure I get mine before he get his, because that's important.
Yeah.
You didn't even care about me. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of felt like it. I didn't even feel disrespected or like that, but I kind of felt like, well, damn. So I kind of let it blow over, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, should I confront this? Because I'm not really a confronter. I'm just really a like disappearing type of act. So I'm like, I feel like we've been talking long enough for that. So I feel like, yeah, let me say something. So I sent the longest paragraph, and I just kind of like broke it down in detail. And like I said, my delivery be off, but I made sure that it was like, well, hey, I thought that it was gonna be this, and I just kind of felt like you should have went about it like this way. This man like literally like flipped it up on me. I don't know what he's talking about, but at the end of the day, it's like it just went to some whole other. I didn't even respond because it's just like, and my whole point of telling the story, I'm telling you right now, if you made a nigga wait a lot of years, don't ever, never, ever let that shit drag out. Don't ever give him no pussy. Don't ever in your life. Let that shit go as long as it's dirt. Don't let that shit. Let that shit go as long as ever, because I promise you, if I could go back, it would be on fucking year 25 or whatever the fuck, how many years it was. Like, don't ever do that shit. That's like a dude that be on your heels for like 4 and 5 years, or a chick that been trying to let that shit go. Don't fold. Don't be like, you know what, this bitch been on my heels for like 7 years. Let me give her a chance. No. It's a reason. Something that you told you to say no for a reason. So just keep going. That shit is the worst experience. So speaking of worst sex experience or whatever the fuck, that probably was my worst one. And nothing was bad. It was just the way that you reacted. And then you're older than me, so I'm expecting like an experience always. That shit don't hold no fucking weight. Like, I could.
What about you? I really even shouldn't be asking you all this question.
Yeah, I'm gonna act like you're not here. I'm gonna just look at y'all. So I would say I'm gonna just think of the one that came to my head first. It was this dude. I really liked him. Like on paper, he was perfect. So I'm like, ooh, like I just like perfect. Like I can't wait to see what that thing hit first. So we end up like going out. I told you I'm acting like you ain't right here because I'm gonna say it. We ended up like going out, and he's like a up there type of nigga. So like we outside like kicking it hard, heavy, drinking everything under the sun, champagne, this, that, third. Woo. So he like, shit, you want to come to my house? I'm like, oh yeah, I want to come to your house, and we lit like absolutely. Go to his house. He like setting the vibes or whatever. I'm getting myself together because I'm a little extra, you know, get myself fresh and shit. We start having sex. I kid y'all not. I had to turn around and ask him, like, is you in yet? And he was like, yeah, I'm in here. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to like maneuver, back this ass up a little bit. Like maybe if I turn, look. Nothing. Air is what I feel like. Nothing. And it was like I liked him, so it was like, okay, he gonna get good. At least like we gonna have a good night and go to sleep. When he finally got good, it was the ugliest fucking nut I ever heard in my life. Like, like it was so. Like I throw up. I like want to throw up thinking about it because it was like you really thought that you could. Yeah, it was so bad. And
you know what? That brings me to like my next question. So so back then I wouldn't say like maybe like I don't know how many years it's been, but like, can you like is good sex like a factor in your relationship? Like, can you change it? Like, can you maneuver around it? Like bad sex. So, say for instance you with somebody, like I said, everything's good on paper, but it's just not really hitting for. Like, do you feel like you can maneuver around it? Me personally, I answer first. I just feel like you can, because I feel like some people, like in my experiences, like a lot of people used to fucking sluts. You know what I'm saying? So they not used to they not used to giving the whole motion and the making love and the locking eyes. They used to get shit out the way. Hit, straight from the back, and that's it. So it's like that's all that they know.
So you don't fuck your man like a slut?
No. I'm just saying they used to fucking sluts. Not saying like they get sluts.
I ain't talking about sex around here.
No, I'm just saying like you know how you had your whole days, right? And you just, I know this bitch is slut, so I'm not even finna go into that. I
okay, like from their perspective.
Right. I want to get my nut and I want to get the fuck on. And doing that a lot, you don't really get the chance to experience that, like that emotion and that
like real
falling
sex.
in love and
just
that chemistry and we locking eyes, we sweating, we using oils and all that shit. You don't really get into all of that. So I'm So I'm saying, like, do you think that that's something that you can change in a relationship, or is it just like you either got it, or you don't?
So for me,
go ahead.
I wasn't a fan of cuddling, and my girl was a fan of cuddling, and so like just like you were saying, I've messed with a lot of girls who have had relationships, so it was just gonna be fucking, and that's it. I'm out the door. So shit, that was a time where me and my girl, like I'm fucking and she getting up, going to get some water and shit. And just I ain't cuddling or nothing like that. But I'm not thinking about it at the time. She like, okay, get your ass back up over here and hold me. Like, oh, okay, my fault. Like, it just comes second nature because you so used to it. But yeah, like.
Shit, so what you about to do?
can't go nowhere. You live.
Oh, well, wait, what?
I
feel like, I don't know. I feel like if it's not like something teachable, like say like my partner wouldn't have been able to like learn it or something like that, then no, that'll be a deal breaker. Cause like, I mean, shit, like.
Well, what's not to ask you, but like, what's
like,
seriously though, but I'm trying to figure out like what is unlearnable.
Like, I mean, all right, so say if I be like, all right, I like this, or then instead of like trying to give me what I like, you be like, oh, I don't do that. Like,
okay.
You don't want to coach.
You don't do what?
Okay.
So you don't want to learn this.
Right.
So I got something for you. Then.
Okay.
Like, but no, that was it. It had to be something teachable. Like, someone she had to be receptive to, because she was like, oh shit. Me personally, dude, I like sex. Shit, if I can have it every day, I have it every day. Shit, like. But
yeah, I think that's all we ordered that day though.
They don't.
No, seriously.
Yeah. I don't know how y'all don't. Like, I wake up every morning, I'll be ready to go.
I will have the best day in the world.
Nigga, man. That word.
How's it going?
How you doing today? You good?
Man, some morning here to just.
We gotta go.
Everybody getting coffee. I'm at pizza and all. Damn,
Nicest person in the world. Tell the motherfucker like, fuck you, hey man, fuck
you.
You
too.
That's all right, bro. I'm all right. But I don't think I had no.
No, I'm gonna say don't speak too soon.
I've had an embarrassing moment having sex, but I was young. This was my freshman year of college, I think, and it was just I just got intimidated by this older girl, like, and I was just like, damn. I redeemed myself though, so let this be known. I fucking redeemed myself. But she was just she was like, oh, she was a little older, a little faster, and she had like some piercings and shit that I'm fresh out of high school. Like I ain't never seen. I did a lot of shit, but I ain't seen this shit. And then it took me a second. I was like, fuck. I just couldn't get right. I was just like, I couldn't get up. I'm like, damn. She dogged me though. Like mind y'all, like she dogged me on the internet. Like this was like one of them like this little. She dogged me about it. I was like, no, I gotta redeem myself as a man. I was like, I fucked up. Let me fix it. But that shit was embarrassing. Cause she put that shit, she went crazy, and rightfully so. Though. It was a whiskey moment.
And I went in on you. And you, so go back to your question though. Yeah. I feel like you can teach people how to be better, but I gotta like really fuck with you to know if it's worth me actually trying to show you new shit or like just work with you. Period.
Wait, but is this your partner though? Like saying like if this was your partner, like is that what you?
Well, I mean, yeah, partner too, but I feel like
or just
even if you're not even
period,
even if you're not even partnering with somebody, you still going steady with somebody.
If it was something, I'm just like, if it was like, if I was just having sex with this person, I wouldn't even try to like, if it ain't hitting on nothing.
Right.
Because we just hooking up. It ain't like I'm trying to build something with you anything. Like I'm going out the way. Like fuck that. But you gotta have a superpower or some shit. She better get the most awesome or some shit like like something like. But if it's just fuck that, if it's just like, it's not.
So in conclusion, you feel like it's fixable, and as far as they willing to fix it.
Yeah, if somebody like willing to be coachable and like learn it and not be like I say, I don't do that type of shit. They willing to learn it, then yeah, like why not? So because that's communication. What if my partner asks me something, like to try something, I'll be open to it. Like I'm not like no closed-minded motherfucker unless it's just something like completely like something off the wall. And I'm like, hey, hold on.
So she said she wants to go pig in your ass.
No, I'm not doing that. Like, no, fuck no.
So it's
I ain't with that. I'm not with that. Like, I just said, that's something on my list. Like, nah, that shit over.
That's a non-negotiable.
That's a non-negotiable.
Pack your bags.
If she said like, man, you gotta do this, and it's over with.
See ya.
It's over with.
Ain't no motherfucker.
No,
that shit. That's.
So with like, cause this generation, like I hear women say a lot that dudes like getting pegged. Would y'all ever peg a man?
No, I'm not pegging no man.
Bitches be eating ass too though.
Not eating no ass either.
You got me. Let me tell
you know what? Let me say this.
Ain't that where the man the G spot is?
Right.
Gooch, yeah.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people, like a lot of women that do it, say that that's like where the G spot is. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say like I'm not eating. I'm just not doing that. So I don't know where you gonna know where that is your thing, but it's like I feel like as a man, as a straight man, how do you really know if you enjoy it if you never tried it? You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't saying nothing against it because it's like you don't touch my ass, like you know what I'm saying? But it's just like.
But that's technically not the ass, is it?
The booty hole is the ass. That's what it is.
The booty hole.
That's what the fuck it is. Like it might not be too far from the sack. You know what I'm saying? But it's there. But I mean, I don't know.
You would know on the gooch?
Yeah, I would know.
On the gooch?
But the gooch ain't the booty, yo.
It's not your butt.
That little part
it's the
between the balls and the ass.
Yeah,
it's
not your actual butt.
The goose part, I'm okay. But you start going a little too further, listen.
Okay, so I thought the goose was
one argument.
No, the gooch is not the booty.
The gooch is not.
Okay,
I'm not. Balls and sack and all that right here. The gooch is
Shut the fuck up, man.
Either way it go.
Okay,
That's
so
one argument.
okay, so the
sex lesson for y'all people.
yeah, so the gooch is not necessarily 100% off limits, but the booty hole is out.
You know, that's out.
Okay.
Period.
How
That's
you
one.
get
Ain't no motherfucking way. That's one argument.
But
And she gonna say, "Well, I had you missionary style."
And you like yo.
You like your ass? Say what? Or if she ain't got you missionary style, you gonna bend over, nigga?
No, seriously though, like for real.
What's going on? Like what?
That shit
How
is
was
not
your
right.
manhood really tested in those just small amount of words?
And I be seeing niggas saying like that they straight.
No power.
If somebody is playing with that, that's getting hit too.
So
It's not a fucking question.
So, all right. So, how y'all feel about golden showers then? It's just that.
Yeah, hell no. It ain't even that serious.
Only motherfucker that's gonna piss on me better be my baby.
Yeah.
I let that be on top of
Ain't nobody
that.
pissing on me.
Pissing on me. No, I'm coming clean with the
Anything
upper
but
cut.
that.
No.
Honestly, but nah.
Would you do a golden shower? Not
Nah.
get golden shower.
I'm
Would you piss on?
shit.
Would you give a girl a golden shower?
I've never came
Or
across.
have you
What's
given
the
a girl? Not would you?
crime
Have
of
you
that,
given a
though? Like-
girl a golden shower?
Have I ever?
Yeah.
I feel like you put it
So okay. I have, and it was an
You
awkward
pissed
situation.
off somebody?
Listen, and she was a white girl.
Okay.
White girls be having some awkward shit going on. I don't know why, but she was in the shower.
Me a
And
cock, so I know.
She was like, oh my God, just do it.
It's the cock and the shit.
She
The
said,
shit that
"Pee
they
on
even
she said,
say.
"Pee on me, pee on me, baby."
What was your response?
I said, you gotta make me nut first.
Ooh, child.
All right.
Oh shit.
So give us an example of a crazy moment, not an embarrassing moment, but a crazy moment, like something that happened, a memorable, crazy, not a memorable, but a crazy moment that like rubbed off on you in the way during sex. And you like, what the fuck? Like, is you okay?
Well, the first time I had a girl tell me to spit in her mouth, that was a little. It threw me off the first time.
Like, damn, spit.
I'm like, I had hella questions though. Like,
Wait, in your mouth?
I'm like, you want real spit? You want mucus?
Like
What
that.
you want me to? You want
that deep?
You want that first morning, that early in the morning gargles type spit? Like, what you looking for right now?
That is something. I probably should say this. But that is something I really enjoy that I thought I wouldn't.
Getting motherfuckers spit in your mouth.
So like, but what you looking for with that type of shit though?
Like,
Like,
I think it's just the
it's-
heat of the moment. It's
Wait,
not
so you don't like doing it?
no, I said the first time someone
threw him
asked
off.
me, it threw me off. Like I didn't know how to take it. Like I had hella questions.
It's just kind of like when you. Well, I'm not gonna say. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying what I'm saying. This is being recorded. Okay, so. My first experience, like it wasn't like how his was. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of cool, and then I kind of like, pass it down. But like, I think it's more so. I think it's more so like an intense feeling. It's kind of like them fucking videos that you see where motherfuckers be going crazy and they like slap a bitch upside the head or some shit like that. I think it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. So it's like when you in an intense kiss or something like that and you can't do shit else. That's like the last on the list to do. But it's not really bad the way people make it seem. I think it's growth when we just sit here and we're sober as fuck. It's like. That's weird. But if we like an intense feeling and we loving on each other, we doing shit, we just like this, we exchanging the shit any fucking way. That's just kind of like a little bit more intense. So I like it.
What about your crazy moment?
A crazy moment?
You just like, what the fuck?
I think it's the first time that somebody tried to like low-key hog tie me
Hog tag
I don't know how to hog tag nobody. I don't know how to hog tag people. These cameras on. I don't know how to hog tag nobody.
Y'all don't want to know about me. That's why I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, I would say the first time like somebody like really tried to top me up. And I feel like it might have been his first time too. But maybe he watched YouTube videos. But yeah.
Wait, you let a nigga hog tag you?
Yeah. I did, yeah.
That's
I
some
think
real
my
shit.
strangest thing probably was like the thumb in the butt shit.
Oh, I love to take on everything.
My first
Bird
situation,
ass like, oh,
it was
shit.
kind of like, but it really like,
God.
I thought it was gonna be uncomfortable, but it really brought me like from a 2 to a 10, and I wasn't expecting that type of shit. But that was probably my most strangest because I didn't really know how to react to it, and I kind of felt like the person that did it kind of felt like I did it before, and then kind of just went in. He ain't like take his time. He kind of just like went in, but I think that's like my most strangest feelings.
Yeah.
We're going after here.
Huh? He said what?
To the
We
room.
know we going after here.
To the room with the booty.
Yo, wow.
Okay, so I have another question. I don't know, everybody probably can't relate. Have everybody dated people with kids before?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Marissa, of course.
I was in this one out, but it's okay.
Okay, so like as far as dating somebody with kids, right? How do you like go into that? What was it serious?
Yeah.
Was it serious? Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no.
Serious enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Serious
so like,
enough, not for me.
like, how do you go into that situation? Like, as far as like dating somebody with kids, like, okay, so first, how do you feel about dating somebody with kids? Me personally, I just started because it was my question. I've dated people with kids, but I just don't feel like it's gonna get that far for me to be meeting acquaintances and handshaking and doing all that other stuff. But it's like I'm gonna treat anybody like I want to treat myself, like it's a kid, a human, whatever. But how do you go about like just going into the situation? Because I know like a lot of, I don't have nothing against sluts. I don't want people to think that, but I'm just saying it's a lot of sluts out here that just do shit, you know?
Do slutty shit,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Oh,
Right.
But you know, it's a lot of sluts that got kids, and sometimes you fuck with them, but you fuck with them, you know what I'm saying, to the point we not going serious because I know you a slut,
Okay.
but you got kids.
Okay.
Wait, so am I talking to this person?
Right.
Just
So I was
talking
about to
to
say,
her?
because I'm
if
like,
I'm with her
I'm
and it's
just
serious.
No, I'm just saying because he said yes but no, and then you said yeah.
okay, so I've been in both of those situations where it was kind of serious and then it was just a pussy. And the ones that it just be some pussy ease. It's just so disrespectful.
Man.
Like, I'm like,
Kids. Oh my God, that's what I'm gonna say.
God.
Next to your kids
That's
and
what I
your
was
baby,
getting at.
like right here, I'll be like, no.
That's what I'm
But
getting
then, like,
at.
y'all don't even know, like,
like damn, she straight something
But
about
if
baby.
you
The baby
comfortable,
right
if
here.
you
The baby
comfortable,
right here.
Y'all know what
But
kind of
if you
idiot.
comfortable,
I'm sitting right here
comfortable.
looking at the baby like, your mama straight.
Your
This is
mama
your mama
straight.
right here, bro. Like,
You
this
know
is
what I'm saying?
Crazy with them.
Like,
dicks
go
up.
ahead.
That's why it's nothing against sluts, 'cause I know everybody got their
I
preference.
see why you healing, nigga. I see what you're
Right,
doing.
damn, boy, you ain't even 6 months yet. Your mama out here doing crazy.
I see what he's doing.
But that's what I mean. Like nothing against them, because I feel like everybody had their like it's these bitches just walking down the aisle, so it's nothing against them. But I know it's just a different way that you go about different certain situations. Because sometimes you'll put your face on, like, you know what, I just for real, be serious. I want to meet your kids or whatever like that. But it's just like, how do you approach that situation for somebody that you being like that you fucking with?
I gotta see how she is as a mother though. Like if she one of them girls that always got time for me, like she got kids and she just literally always had time for me, I know something maybe ain't right. Like you all like, I mean, some people have great support system, but you got to spend time with your kids. If you always available for me, that means like you lacking somewhere in that area, like in a sense. But like if she was like, oh, I'm busy, I can't do it. I got to take my son to do this. My son got to do this, or my daughter got to do this. You feel me? Now I know, okay, you actively in your child life, you're doing something. You ain't always got time, and the time we get up, I know it's gonna be more valuable. You know, it's gonna because we're gonna value that time because you don't get in a sense, that much free time. You know, you make a time out and you take a time out for yourself to spend it with me.
That's how. Yeah, because I just asked because I know it's a lot of people that like not saying y'all this, but it's just like a lot of men that think like, okay, well, if she got a little bit more time for me, or if she gonna like put her schedule around her kids and shit like that. Because some people don't get no fuck. They come first.
Yeah,
Like, gotta
some
have a
girls
life
like
too.
that.
There.
Yeah,
Mom gotta have a life too.
and that's a fucked up way to go.
Yeah.
It's
There's a
fucked
lot
up.
of motherfuckers that think that way. So I just
And I'll
you
be.
know, what's the men perspective of it? Like, is you turned out bad, or is it like, oh, you all in? Like, okay,
So that's
you got
another
time
one
for
of
me, I'm
them.
cool with you.
Like how we were saying earlier, like if I see like, you know, like women doing this, I'm like, I would never want my kids or Judy or my kids' mama doing this. Like, if this is like, and I'm with you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want you doing this with my son. You feel
No,
me? Like, at all. Like that's just wrong. Like, and I couldn't be with your mother. You feel me? Especially if I see you doing this. What if we have a baby? Hell no. That's my sign right there. So you doing this in front of your baby? No,
You got twice.
you said, let me go and talk about it.
Yeah, I feel the same like about kids because it's like, you know, it's so normal for dudes to be like the weekend daddies and stuff like that, so you can't really swing this, but you know when the motherfucker put you before they kid. And I just feel like me being somebody that don't have kids, I feel like if that's the way you move and I can't really move like that because I can't even put myself in her shoes and think like if it was me, how would I feel if the other girls on the other foot? Like I always put myself in a situation. Even if I don't like bitches, I always put myself in their shoes. Because it's like, even if you don't care, I don't want to be ever treated like you. It's, God will switch that shit fast. Like, okay, you think this sweet, you think this what it is, you'll be on that other end fast, and just so you can get a reality check. So it's like, if you're not actively your kid's life, I can't really rock with you. Even if you're a weekend dad, because I feel like some people can't go around, some men can't go around being like a weekend dad. But it's what you do with those 2 days that makes you kind of like stand out. You got the bitter baby moms, you got the baby moms that cooperate, and you got the baby moms that just won't let go. So it's like it depends on what you kind of like.
Can't be a weekend dad for sure.
I could never be a weekend dad. Bro.
I don't know how they do it though. Even the guys that do weekend dad shit, I don't know how you do it.
Because it's feel like a party every time. Like,
yeah,
like
that's it. I don't like that.
Drop it off.
Like,
you ain't doing really no day-to-day
shit. I need that
shit.
day-to-day shit. Like
I
only get you. I feel like I gotta learn about you by asking you and shit like that. I can't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a difference being able to see it and experience it with them than them have to come tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta ask you about it. Yeah, I couldn't do that shit.
They don't even respect you the same.
They're like, well, I'm only over here for the weekend. Hey, watch your I'm only over here for the weekend, Dad. I don't have to listen to shit you say.
Yeah, and then I feel like it brings like a burden up on like whether it's the daddy or the mama, because I done been on both sides with them. The mama was the deadbeats, the daddy was the superheroes, and then vice versa. And I kind of feel like it kind of like weighs down up on the weekend parent because it's like when you go to the weekend, you get to do whatever the fuck you want to do. Ain't no discipline, ain't no morals up over there. You don't really gotta do shit. Then you go over there and it's like it's the bad parent because it's the person that's teaching you the discipline and shit. So it just that shit just will never be it. It's either gonna be this or it's gonna be that. Like it just fucked up because kids have to do that shit. Get good without mine.
So, question: when do y'all plan on having kids?
Oh.
What's the future look
I'm
like
really just trying to get into like my bag first. Like if I can get into like my bag, I'm in my bag, but I'm not like deep into it to where it's like I want that time off to flourish. But I'm like ready. Like if it happens today, it's whatever. But like I really want to plan it around like my life. But you know, I feel like that's something that's just so big that you really can't plan
out. It's just happening.
It's
just happening.
But I feel like in today and age, I feel like going into your 30s and being a mom is a little bit more better than how our parents probably did it, like doing it young, because I feel like we learned it from them. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We waiting
we
it
talk
out.
about that a lot.
Yeah, we waiting it out. We doing it the right way. We trying to make sure that we on our P's and Q's before we just jump off in there. So I don't feel like it's like a thing where with you 30-some years old, you getting old or whatever like that. Because I still feel like if your body can produce, then you know what I'm saying, you still worthy of being a mom.
Shit,
And I feel like I think about that a lot.
45 or 50?
See that ain't doing that.
Oh,
That's too long.
Yeah, that ain't.
She around 60.
Mid-30s.
She just had a baby. I couldn't have a baby that late. I don't know.
Because you still want to be active, you know what I mean?
70. You got
That's why I wanted to have kids young though. That's the only reason. Like I want to be able to play sports with my kids. Like I had some friends in high school. Their parents couldn't play sports with them because their parents was a little older. But like my pop play, he hooped with me until he's like 50 something. So like I'm like, nah, shit, he did that shit. Like I'm gonna do that for the boys. Like I want to be able to go hoop with them. And they playing, they fucking 16, 17. I'm out on the court, my old ass out here playing with these motherfuckers.
And I still think that's okay, but it's just like you know what I'm saying? It's just all about what you want to do. Like I'm not gonna be old as hell and just like, okay, I'm gonna get out with kids. I don't want to be forced to take my kids to the daycare. Like it's just that's just not it. But I also still want to be kind of like drained out. I want to have my partying out, my whole. I want to live my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's not nothing wrong with living out your 20s and then having a baby in your 30s because people make the 30s seem like now that I'm getting closer to my 30s, I get where 30s coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like you really just starting out. Like your 20s was your time to fuck up, do whatever the fuck you wanted to do, but your 30s is like, I don't really got to get my grown shit and I'm starting out, but it's not really like how people like, damn, bro, you touching 30. Like, yo, it's still like, it's not really as bad as people make it seem close.
It's a transition. That's all
that's it. But I don't know. So to answer your question, like, shit, whenever it happens, it happens. And I got an older dude, like, he has a teenager now. So, like, it's like whatever for me, but I can't let him go out like that either. So it's like, maybe hop on board.
I would say we get married this year, so I would like to start like end of 2024, really 2025.
Uncle Bird.
Yeah, because we want to be Christmas.
Makai is trying to me, and he's still MJ's phone.
Tell him to go take a nap.
Hey, how come you doing so you can come in here? Words in like you 12.
That's something to say. But yeah, I would say 2025. We have just a couple other things we want to do first. So figure out like where we want to be to raise our kids. And yeah, if it's according to plan, I would like to figure things out first, and then you can have as many kids as you want.
So y'all trying to stay in the state or move out of the state?
Oh, no, we're trying to leave.
Yes.
Leave.
Leave.
Nowhere.
We want to go to Katy, and Katy is a suburb of Houston. They have like a good education system.
Everybody trying to go to Houston.
You can build your home up from the ground.
I want to move too.
Like,
What are you trying to move to?
I know that like Florida is kind of like a white people thing, but like I like Florida, but it's I know there's black people there, but like I just want to, because I didn't go to college, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get that feeling like outside of Chicago, and just like that feeling of just being away from my resources and stuff like that. And so I feel like I just want that feeling. Like I think about that more than a lot, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, why I just keep coming up with thought. I really just want to leave, even if it's just like for 1 or 2 years or whatever like that. And I just feel like the basis of Chicago is just like, if you ain't got like no business or you're not growing into like no, because I'm a job worker. Not saying I can't see myself as a business, but like, in all actuality, like, I probably incorporate one, but I don't really want to have like no major business. I don't want to juggle shit. I don't really want to do that for real. But I do want to work. So I just feel like the way that Chicago was set up, it just built off struggle, like the hustle and shit like that. And I just like, you survive anyway. Yeah. And I just really want to just get that feeling of seeing it, not even just because I didn't go to college, that's part of the reason, but I just want to just see what it'll be like. Because I feel like when you hear and you're in Chicago and you have people, it's like a magnifying glass on you. And people just, oh, okay, so Kia, so what do you got going on now? Or what are you doing? And so how are you prosper? It's just like everybody just go, 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 go. But I feel like if you somewhere ventured off somewhere else, nobody's worried about what you're doing, what you're not doing because you somewhere else. And you going at your own pace. Even though I go at my own pace no matter what. Anyways, but I just feel like here, when you surrounded about like your resources and people that you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people just kind of just waiting on shit or just sitting back and just waiting like, oh shit, it's been some years. Like she bought a house and you know what I'm saying? Like just waiting on you to do like have these big expectations when shit is not easier. It's a little bit more hard than it is everywhere else. But like I just really want that experience just to feel like a breath of fresh air, go somewhere where nobody know me, where the fields is different and shit like that. Even if I do decide to come back or if I don't like it or if I do like it or whatever it is, I just really want that feeling because I've never been outside here. So it's like I do want to do that. Even if I do it when I get married, before I get married, when I have kids. Not like, oh, I'm leaving away from Chicago because it's bad or whatever like that. I don't really care about that. I just want to feel. I just want to be able to experience something else so I can say I did.
I'm with that too. That makes sense. I'm trying to. South is definitely my action. On the way.
Shit, I mean, I want to do Cali though. I gotta have a bag.
That's what I wanted to do. Retire in Cali too, but that shit.
I want a house in the hill.
Man, so
looking down on everybody.
Beverly Hills type shit.
And I don't even want the rich lifestyle. Everybody like, I inspired to be rich as fuck. I just really want to be genuinely happy, and I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, do whatever the fuck I want when I want to do it. But
I want to be comfortable, wealthy.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be wealthy, like wealthy enough to take care of my kids. Like I want to pass my shit down the generation, so they can say, Grandpa Lowe or Grandpa Bird left me this, and they gonna always know my great grandfather left me this. Like, some shit like that.
I want to be a cabin out like no man's land too though. I want my nearest lake to be like 5 miles away.
Or just imagine getting a cabin and you can go like have a traditional trip every year. Like I feel like our culture, we don't have enough traditions in our culture. Like when we have something what we do every year. Like I had friends that went to their lake house every year, spend the summer at their lake house and shit like that. They spend 3 weeks at their lake house. Like I want to be able to do that or shit. We got a cabin, go out to the cabin for 3 weeks and just chill and have that tradition. Like every Christmas we get up and go to the cabin and make sure it's warm and some shit like that. Like since it's somewhere warm, we ain't got to spend no fucking cold Christmases in Chicago.
Yeah, I love Chicago. Like, I feel like my soulmate can't be from nowhere else. Even though I feel like, you know, he is from here, but I just feel like when you go other places, you just be like, you know, have people from the island and think like, I can't rock with nobody else because when I shake my ass, I don't need nobody to feel no type of way towards me because I'm shaking my ass. They gotta know my culture. I feel like that about Chicago. Like, I know a lot of people like, oh, soulmate probably not here. He's probably from Jamaica. I don't feel like that. I feel like you gotta be either from here or being here like 10 years plus or something like that to understand. Because I feel like females like us, this going into another topic, but females like us from here, like people always say, oh, you so aggressive, or you do this, or you do that, and I feel like nobody will understand us more than somebody that's been here to know, like, we not angry, we just, this is how we talk, type shit. And a lot of dudes from other places, like, you always agitating, so I said, this is like, well, I'm just talking. So I just feel like it's just, not like I like the easy way out, but it just feels a lot better to go with somebody that knows and understands where you're from. But I definitely, future-wise, I definitely want to move from here just to get that experience and that feelings of not being here, not having access to my, you know what I'm saying, my mama right away and stuff like that. Like, I think that'd be a nice experience. I will experience that. I will experience that.
Let's manifest that shit. All right, y'all trying to take another shot before we dip out?
Yeah, we can definitely.
We have to cheers too. So
how long we been going? Like 2 hours?
Hour and a half, some change. So our lot announcement, Marissa and Shay, or Kia, I'm sorry. They're gonna be our new co-hosts for the show.
I could be Shay.
My bad name. My fault.
Nay and Shay.
You my little sister, so it's different for me. I gotta call you by your name. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But they gonna be our new co-hosts for the show. So they gonna be here for maybe some Women Intuition Wednesday episodes. Some more lot situation Saturdays. Whatever we come up with. No, I pulled that out here. I pulled the Nito.
I ain't trying to get that.
It's on camera. It's on camera. I pulled the Nito. You want to take it so you can taste the tequila?
No, you
It's
can take
perfect because I had a pee.
But this one we out. Hey, make sure y'all fucking go subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the_lot_podcast.
Let us know how y'all like this episode. What do y'all want to hear? What other topics y'all want people to voice about? All that good shit.
And we here.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Yes.
To tell a motherfucking friend. To pull up. Till next time, y'all. Cheers.
Put that button up there.